Welcome. This video looks at how we take multiple workshop files and put them into one file to create a final report. Remembering that in most workshops, you might have 2, 3, 4, or even up to 7 different groups that are working evaluating different adaptation options. So what we need to do is to get those multiple files into one place so that we can look at the final results collectively. Now, there's a few steps to do this. The first thing that you need to do is to get all your files onto the same laptop into the same folder. So in this case, you can see that we've got a group 1 and a group 2, and we also have a blank file. So what we want to do with that blank file is then rename that as all groups. So we'll save that there. So what we then have, so if you have 5 or 6 different groups, that's fine, just get them all in, it's the same process to follow. So what we'll then do is open up that all groups file. So that will open up, and we of course need to set up that file. So to do that, what we do is we go to the B tab. We go to the B tab, B being for begin. And as you can see, because it's a blank file, it just says start a new PAiCE file. So that's not what we want to do now. So we want to select that we want to use or view existing data. Then we want to select the region that we're from. In this case, we're using example data. Then we need to select which workshop we're talking about. So in this case, we've got example data from the example 2 Nepal set. And then what we want to do, because this file is our combined data, we want to select combined summary. So basically what we've now done is told the tool that we're using the pre-populated data from example data 2. And in terms of the adaptations, we're looking at the combined summary. So this is now set up, and what we then need to do is go to tab D2. So come across and find the first clean tab, so the right-hand most clean tab. So in this case, you can see that it's column U. There is 3 sets of data, example data, already in there, which is from example data 1. So what we're now going to do, we've set up our combined workbook file, and we need to add in the data from our groups. So what we then do is open up the file for the testing group 1. So you can see here that this is the first testing group. You go to the export tab, and all you do is click on that A. So you're taking the whole column, and you do a copy, Control C, that's Control C on your keyboard. You come across to the right-hand most clean column, and it's really important that you just don't paste, because that will create links, but you right-click and you click here to paste values. So all we're doing is saying that in this combined file, we're adding that group 1. So now that file is there within the combined data set. And now we're just repeating. So here we'll go again. This is the data from the group 2 file. We again go to export. We go up, we select the whole column, we copy it. We go to our all group file, we go to the right-hand most clean column, which is now V, and we paste the values. We don't just paste, but we paste values. And so now what we can see is that we have these 2 file. So if you're not sure how many you've done, you can see in the second and third columns, you can see here, this is the domain, the workshop, and then this is the group name. So we've got 3 sets of working groups for the example data 1 and 2 sets for the example data 2, and those are the names of those groups. So just to see what we're actually achieving here, if we go and look at again at the first group, there were 8 people that participated in this group. And if we go to the second group, there was 3 people that participated. So when we go now back and we go to that W tab, what we can see is there's 11 people. So we've added the 2 files together. Likewise, if we were to go to the results, you can see that here we had 5 different elements that came up as priority investments. And in this analysis, we had 8. And when we go to the combined file, what we have is 13. So what you will also note is that the comparison numbers have changed because that is in reference to the first. So we can see that the release of BX450 was number 1 in this file, and planting on the first rains was 100% in this file. But now that it's been combined, the planting on first rains has actually dropped to half, to 53%, because it's got half the final score of the top line. So what we've done here is just combine these files together so that we have a final report. And then you can go and you can print your final report that has all of the different elements in that. So you want to be thinking about doing this in your final tea break before you come in to a group discussion around the results. So when every group is finished, they send the files to you on a USB, on email or otherwise, and you get it into that one place, and then you do the transfer in that final tea break. And then when everybody comes back from the tea break, you've got that one file that's got all the results from all of the groups in one place and creating that one report.